Pounders, welcome back. My God, is CMC gonna be on the IR? There's just too much. There's too much. We're getting news that CMC is healthy. He's telling the media, "Hey guys, like I'm healthy. I can play." And now it's like, "Oh, CMC can go on the IR." It's fantasy football season. We're heading into week 2, and what do you know? The injuries are flying all over the place. Hollywood Brown, 2-week injury. Now he could be on the season-ending IR. Just like a lot of information all at once, and hopefully you guys are still afloat. But yeah, we're going to be ripping some Battle Royales for week 2. I currently have quite a few drafts already. 14 dog bowls, a lot of main slate BRs. I like the mini as well. That's the $10, the $10 BR, basically smaller field, just higher entry. A little easier to realize your edge in that one just because of less entrance. But I'm trying to find a good mix. And there's actually a 4-person contest that is really fun to draft. Let me pull this up here, boys. Let me find her, because there's so many entries, so many contests. It is the 2-minute drill, I believe. This is her. It's a 4-person draft. 4K to first, so still really nice prize pool here. If you guys like the primetime Paloozas, it's very similar. Still a smaller draft room. Instead of 3, it's going to be 4. There's an extra game on the slate, so it's not so condensed that you feel restricted by the sense that you have to do entries to get lucky with who you're drafting with. Like if you're drafting with a bunch of new people and maybe they can't identify the position of need on that specific contest, like the Primetime Palooza where there's minimum games, you need to do more. You need to do more volume to make up for that. But this one's fun. I fully suggest you guys checking the 2-minute drill out. We're going to be doing some of these tonight too. We were grabbing the edge all night long in this contest until the Pounders started catching on. I started posting a few teams to the Discord, and then Zero started joining me, and he's eating into my EV. So I'm like, all right, we got to stop. We'll come back to it. But in better news, fellas, Josh, there's no way. There's no way. He puts through another update on bestballoverlay.com. You are now able to upload your CSV, see what percent of the time you're going 2RB versus 3 wide receiver for the flex. As you can tell, I'm not a 2 tight end type of guy. That's okay. Maybe you are. You'll see. You can also go by contest. So right here, this is the dog bowl. So 78% we're going 2RBs. Battle Royale, 77. So it'll sort of just filter it out by contest, which is very important. Also being able to see your player ownership if you want to add a few players in here. Anthony Richardson plus Pittman. It'll pull out the teams, 5 out of 43. You can go to Dog Bowl. It'll show the 2 dog bowls out of the 43 total drafts. It's just really, really insane. This is all included in that one $20 price tag, along with the overlay that you get as well. So bestballoverlay.com, promo code Pounders. We got the beers. They are rolling. We got the Wicked Pissa here, a little double IPA. Obviously, it's a Boston beer. Got the 28-3 halftime score, or even third quarter, even worse. A little bit of everything here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. So we're going to be ripping a ton of drafts tonight. If you guys are drafting Battle Royales, this tool is 100% must have if you're doing volume. And it doesn't even have to be that much volume because it's $20 for the month. You get 4 slates. Here, you get to see your position distribution by round, so where you're drafting these players. And again, this is all dynamically updated based on what contest you are clicking. You can also get rid of the tight end. You can get rid of the wide receiver, the QB, and just see the RBs. And you scroll over, you get the percents as well. Josh, just insane, man. Insane. And he has more updates coming. My head's gonna explode. Crazy value, premium product. 100% recommend you guys check it out. Bestballoverlay.com, promo code Pounders. Let's rip some drafts. Don't jump in this one with me. You guys are going to jump in this one with me. Amazing label. The label is flame. So you could tell they like drew them themselves, which is even cooler. Maybe not drew them themselves, but like had an artist draw them. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. If you drafted CMC in BR earlier in the week, how do you sub him out? We'll go over this real quick. Let's go here. Oh. Apologies. So basically, you'll go to your completed tab, drafts completed. You have to do it on your PC. Come here, go to swap rankings. And then you can add your swap rankings. The thing is, Jordan Mason's being drafted a lot right now. And it'll be tough to know. It'll be impossible to know, unless you remember, if Mason was drafted in those specific drafts. If he was, you can't swap to him. You'll have to have a different swap available. Shout out to Logan and to Ludo in this one. You guys are a bunch of sickos. Bunch of sickos in here squandering. I have rankings up for this as well. Like a savage. You're welcome, Ben. Little scroll down option. Kenneth Walker, whether he plays or not, I could care less. Main slate BR. Like, give me some K-Walk. If he doesn't play, I will pick swap to Charbonnet. Super low owned because people aren't drafting that much Kenneth Walker because of the Q tag. Scared. Don't be scared. Don't play scared. Let's go double KC here. Let's go KC onslaught. Mahomes goes to pick 2. I strongly believe you should not be going QB with your first few picks. I don't want 0 Mahomes, but I'm going to be very light on Mahomes unless he falls to me in the 9-10 range is where I believe I have him ranked. Because I'd rather bet that the slate is flat at QB than give up these elite skill position guys because it's harder to come back in that regard. But we'll see how Logan's team comes out. If it's a doubtful tag, it won't swap, correct. Q tag is good to go all day long. Q tag is good to go all day long. And that brings me to my next point. And Russell Wilson in this one, right? Like if you know Russell Wilson's playing, you shouldn't be drafting Fields. Trending towards another start is good news for him. But guess what? If Russell Wilson's ruled out, then you could just swap to Fields. But with this news, this is updated news from last night. Is there any benefit? I guess the biggest risk would be if you draft Fields and he's not ruled out, but he doesn't play. That would blow. That would blow. And that could happen. Staffy at 9. This is where the edge is in these contests. Like, you don't go Staffy at 9. You just don't go Staffy at 9. You get Stafford with the last pick in the right room. And it doesn't matter if you don't get Stafford that one time. Because you're chasing. Fuck. We almost got Chase at 12. My head would have exploded. Instead, we get a little Trey McBride and Harrison. DeLudo should be targeting Burrow, and Worthy is the bringback. So we're going to bank on that. And we're going to grab Marvin Harrison and McBride. And just hope Murray comes back to us. There's only one more team that needs a QB, and they should be focusing this matchup here. Goes to Marcus Robinson. We were sort of hoping he was going to follow us. Didn't expect him to. But you can pray. You can pray. There's nothing wrong with that. But this slate's fun. These drafts go by super quick. This is just a little warm-up draft. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see tonight. We'll do a little bit of everything. We're going to be doing dog bowls. We're going to be doing main slate. We're going to be doing these 4-person rooms, which I think there's an enormous edge. Cortland Sutton goes off next. Like, if we end up with Kyler, which we should, we're going to like this draft a lot. We're going to like this draft a lot. And this is the team that Cincinnati just looks like Cincinnati of last week. And we're good. We're looking good. Never did the contest. An absolutely huge update, and there's so many more updates coming to the website and the draft tool. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Let me upload my Most recent CSV on here. Upload, bada bing, bada boom. Got the overlay up. You got the dome games here. You got the spread of the game, the opening spread where it is today, the team implied totals, which is sick, and the weather, which is just a little extra for the boys. Zach Mouse is there. So we do get Kyler with our last round pick. This is exactly why you fade the QBs early. Mahomes, I get it. He can separate at the position, especially on a small slate, but I want to push my luck every single time, try to build a very, very fucking strong team. Because it only takes one team. That's all she takes. I'm between Zach Moss and Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch might be a little too much with the triple stack. Javonte Williams. Who do we have for scroll options? Josh Reynolds. It is kind of bare here. It's between, I would say it's between these two. Let's go Moss. Let's go Moss. We end up not getting a Rams piece in this one, which obviously doesn't feel amazing. But we couldn't do anything. Couldn't do anything about it. It's like you want to leave, especially this draft, you want to leave with a KC piece. You want to leave with a Rams piece. I could do without a Cincinnati piece. I like McBride this week a lot, so I do try to scoop a lot of McBride. Let's do one more of those just because of how fast they are, and they're so much fun. Oh my God, so many contests. Battle Royales, boys. Battle Royales are so back. The Deposit Kingdom Weekly League, like there's just too many. There's too many. 2-minute drill, though. I do think there's a big edge in this. All right, we get the 2 spot, and it looks like we only have 1 pounder in this room, which is nice. Always good for us, and he's in front of us, which sort of helps. We'll see what he does with the first pick. If it's a doubtful tag, it won't stop. Yeah, I already answered that. Okay, now I see how this draft works. Yeah, it takes a little bit, but the first thing I do when I jump in these small slate rooms is I look at QB. I'm like, okay, I'm getting one of these 6. There's only 4-person room, so I'm okay with Staffy as my last QB, especially if it's a flat week. Running back, I probably want one of these 4. So running back is like a high priority for me in this contest, just due to the fall off after Najee, after Zach Moss, wherever you want to put that line. I have some single RB Zach Moss teams, I'll admit. Wide receivers a little deeper. It's a lot deeper, I would say. And then tight end. I like tight end up until Kobe. After Kobe, it's like you may as well go Gesicki over Freiermuth because he's not drafted. That's the way I see it. Give me the super low-owned guy that has basically the same chance of scoring a tutty that Freiermuth does. Beers. Shout out to Billy. Just got married and now he gets to enjoy 4 weddings in like the next 6 weeks. There's nothing better than having a wedding. And then that next wedding you go to, you are just so relaxed, nonchalant, cool. You get to enjoy the whole thing. You get to sit back, relax, point at the mistakes you notice. Oh, what a time. What a time. Congrats again, Billy. Kelsey off the board? What's this guy want to do? He goes Pacheco. That would have been sick. I have 1 or 2 Kyron Pacheco starts, which are, they're disgusting. They're disgusting. Toledo has Cooper Kupp. We're going James Conner. We're going James Conner last minute. The last second clickaroo. He goes McBride and Fuck. I can't even go RB. We wanted Worthy there. This is going to be an interesting team. This is going to be a naked Mahomes team. He spreads the ball around and ends up as optimal. It's thin, but we could also go. We could also do this. Let's try this. I don't mind going naked Mahomes too because of how many people catch the ball in that offense. By halftime, it'll be like eight pass catchers. It's like, so that offense, the Bills offense is another one. Josh Allen obviously taking over goal line stuff helps. Wow, Demarcus Robinson there over George Pickens is thick. That's a thick take. I don't know if I can get behind that one. If no one goes Mahomes, we have to take Mahomes. And we just figure it out. This is another one where this was not going to be Worthy. This was either going to be James Conner or Trey McBride. So, again, having sharper people in your room, it is tougher. That's why I like these in the middle of the night. You can get just some randoms in your draft room and they have no idea. They'll have like 3. Everyone will have a QB by the end of round 1. It's like, okay, you just gave me Rashee Rice and Cooper Kupp and my running back's James Conner. It's like, holy shit. Let's see what he wants to do. DeLudo wants Staffy. I think that's pretty obvious, but he also has options for Kyler. He goes Pickens. So Pickens was going to be our play. I think now we do this. If he's going, we just got to hope he goes Staffy. We got to get Cortland Sutton here. Shit ton of targets last week. It didn't turn into fantasy points, but the clear wide receiver 1 on the team. He had a couple red zone targets as well. Good sign. It's a good sign. One team has a QB. If he doesn't go Staffy, yeah. Interesting play. This guy's going to go Staffy here in the 3 spot, so I'm surprised. We go Kyler. All right. This might be the scroll, boys. This might be the scroll at tight end. We have the bring back play with Pat Fry with that little mini. He's gone. So we'll get one of, we'll probably get Gesicki here. Just give me the lower owned guy. Give me the guy lower in ADP. I like this team. Again, we don't end up with the KCP, so I don't feel confident in it. I'm not going to feel overly confident. Pick 1 seems obviously very strong this week. Especially like if you have rankings turned off, it shows all QBs because it goes by projected. In these. So if you don't have ranks, when you enter a draft, it shows Mahomes, Kyler, Burrow, Staffy, and you'll get rooms where people will go QB with their first pick. We showed off the update. It's going live. So you guys will see it in the next probably 10, 15 minutes. If you guys are already subscribed to bestballoverlay.com, see where your draft tendencies are for the battle royales. It's really helped me manage my double wide receiver 2 RB teams at the flex. I want to know what I'm doing here because we have the data that it is like a 72% chance, right? That it's going to be 2 RBs instead of 3 wide receivers. So I don't want to be too heavy on those 3 wide receiver builds. That is something that we're working on. Yeah, to have no pieces of this game would probably just be negative. Just be a bad thing. All right, let's see where the dog bowl is. Oh God, I must have just missed it. I'll leave that up. If you boys want to join us in a dog bowl, we're gonna leave that up. Let's jump into a battle royale. We 6 out of 60. Just get turned on the fan real quick. It's too hot. Holy. That's one thing. Like, I'm looking forward to wintertime. The basement cool off a little bit. Get the sweatshirt on. But right now, it's still too hot. It's also like we're getting some oddly nice weather for September in Massachusetts. Used to it just being like shitty, rainy, cold. All right, I don't recognize anyone in this room. I mean, I recognize the Thanks Obama username, but I don't know them. Kyron's moved up so much. Kyron started at pick like 15 or 16 on Contest Open. This man has risen so much. So if you guys are subscribed to bestball.com, you're going to get this combination tool as well. So when you draft your first player, before you draft your second player, you can add someone to the player pool, whoever it is. Let's say Lamar. Click on Lamar and it will show you your ownership with that other player. So be able to tell if it's a unique stack or not. We'll go Kyron here. And I'm curious, Kyron with Rice, I must have. Okay, so I have a good amount. He gone. How about Evans? Good amount. How about Chase? Wow. 0. None. Like, that's wrong. Like, I shouldn't have none. I shouldn't have none. So that's an easy click there. Best Ball Brian in the house. What's up, dude? You been on the grind lately or what? Been getting sweaty in these streets? So now if I want to check, now I don't have to check my next player. I know this is a new lineup since I started week 2 battle royales, which is really neat. Parise and Justin Jefferson, Amon Ra, Mike Evans. Man, it does seem like the elite tight ends, although I was off them for season long, it does seem like they're being a little too discounted this week in battle royales. And I think next week they're all going to move up personally. I'm always sweating. Oh shit. Jordan Mason off the board at 15. So here's one. We can add Kyron and then add like Laporta, right? And just see what that's at. 2.3. McBride. This is way higher, 7%, right? So the reason I'm checking my Kyron with those 2 tight ends, because I want one of the 2 instead of Jamar Chase, is because my Kyron exposure is at 21% versus 11.5% Chase. So I want to go with my higher owned player and check that ownership. Especially at the tight end position where it can be anyone on any given week. We just saw it last week. And that's the volatility of the position. So I want to make sure if I have someone that I'm very high on this week. Last week for me was Mike Evans. My tight end exposure was so well spread out. I didn't have someone over 20, like 28%. Even my favorite tight end on the week, I wasn't going too crazy on with my highest owned wide receiver on the week. Ooh. I mean, you're going to give me Pacheco here with the Jamar Chase? I mean, it's bold. It's bold. We're going to take it. And last week, where we don't max too, like I do about 60 entries. I'll spread them out through the week. Early in the week, I try to target the risers, try to get those combinations that you won't be able to get on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the remainder of the contest, where there's a majority of the contest to fill, still 75% at that time on Tuesday/Wednesday. And then as the week goes on, I start to get a little different, and then I start to check my combinations, make sure I'm not too heavy on one QB with my favorite receiver. That's not a stack. Same thing with tight end. Ayuk should be ranked way up the board. Ayuk should be ranked way up the board. If he doesn't go QB, I'm probably going Ayuk here. I don't have to go Ayuk here. This guy behind me already has their flex. I want one of these two QBs, realistically. I want one of these two QBs. He goes Kyler. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we're just going naked, eh, Rich? Could we go Michael Pittman instead of Ayuk? We could. I almost wanted him to take Ayuk from me because after Ayuk's off the board, I'm probably stacking it with Pittman. Naked. We're going naked. Pants off. Pants off. Here we go. This is why. This is why we have the emoji. Yeah, give me a San Fran piece. I hear that's a good plan. I hear you should do that. So we get this little mini with Chase and Pacheco, naked A-Rich. And let's have a party. Where's that dog bowl at? Make sure it's not filling behind my... The dog bowl did fill. We get pick 10. What else is new? Sacrilegious here. 3. Nate's at 2. Logan at 1. Nate's a pounder, finished in 4th place in the main slate BR. So at least that late Mike Evans touchdown helps someone. Help 2 pounders. Pounders finish in 3rd and 4th place in the main slate BR. Jay Strez in the house. What's up, baby? I gotta sneeze so bad. Gotta sneeze so bad. We'll hit the mute. Or I'll miss it and you'll hear the whole thing. Let's go. The update is officially live on bestballoverlay.com. Promo code Pounders. Save yourself 33% off. Ooh, clean. Clean. Yes. Yes, but no, right? So here we go. We'll be able to actually show you boys in live action. I have a shit ton of Mike Evans, specifically in the dog bowl. Here's the update. So for the portfolio optimizer, go to Bestball or Battle Royale, excuse me. Analyze, upload your CSV. This pops up. You're going to go to dog bowl qual. I'm going to add Mike Evans in here. And then I want to see, well, this is right on par with double RB. We like that. Let's refresh this. Let's refresh this puppy. Main, what you gonna do? He goes Henry. I kind of like Pacheco in this spot. Leverage the KC pieces. Let's go Pacheco in this spot. Let's add Pacquiao. And we have no dog bowl teams with Pacheco. We have one Battle Royale that has Mike Evans and Pacheco. And that seems too low too. Personally, that seems too low. None. 1 out of 43. Beautiful. Gonna get a lot more volume in tonight, tomorrow. Tomorrow's my main day, and then I like to do a lot more volume on Sunday. Sunday morning, if the contest is still open, you can usually find something to draft. And the reason I like to draft Sunday before the contest start is because people have been drafting all week. Now they're like, oh, I want to do something different. Like, I don't want any player in the first round with my first pick. I don't want any player in the second round with my first pick. They start doing weird shit. That's when you just draft by ADP. You get some crazy combinations on a Sunday. Trust me. Trust me. Maybe not dog bowls, but definitely in the main slate BRs. People start doing weird things Sunday mornings. But if you guys just join me, go down, slap the like on the live stream. We got 48, 50 watching, 21 likes. Do the thing for the YouTube algo for us. We're ripping another dog bowl after this one. We're going to get to, probably going to end around 16 dog bowls this week. We're going to make a push for it, but I'm not going overboard. I have a lot of Mike Evans. Mike Evans is the piece you need, or if he's around the piece you need in week 1, where we got a good start. Yeah, Josh, we're ripping a dog bowl right now. Nate's in the house. Didn't see you were streaming. What's up? What's up? Dog bowl, dog bowl. Yeah, you could also do the goal line stand, which is the same exact layout. It's going to be a 12-person draft. It's still going to be 6 rounds, and instead of it being so top heavy with the top 3 payouts, it's more flat. But this, you're really shooting for that dog bowl ticket. You're trying to go to Dallas live final, which is such a pleasant experience. Get to meet the whole team, drink for free, eat for free, sleep there for free, fly there for free. Very cool. Let's go. Let's go. I'll see you there. We're shipping it this week. A lot of sharp people in these contests, though. There's a lot of sharp people. This room, you're not getting the typical players in here. Typically, you're seeing Crash Rich. You're seeing EDN3. You're seeing Crutches. We got some pounders in here. Even better. Ooh. This is... Wow. Stevenson rose this much? He was a last round click when we were doing these last. What happened? Wow, these rooms got tough. This is gross looking. I don't want any of these guys. All right. I'm drafting a ton. These contests specifically, we went over how strong it is to hold off on running back and go running back in the last round. If I'm not going Jacobs here, I'm scrolling like all the way the F down. QB and tight end are going to fall off. Okay. Oh, shit. The person that shouldn't influence it at all, influencing it very heavily, is so funny. Can't wait for people to end up with a ton of the same teams. All right. Brock Bowers. Andrews is still... Wow, he reaches up for Ingram. Where's Ayuk go now? Ayuk used to go super late. Used to be able to get Ayuk in this spot too. I want to make sure I don't get boxed at receiver. This will be our last receiver if we do it. Yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly. I don't know if it's just the draft position being a 10 too, being a little more punishing on a Friday. But yeah, we have a thick amount of Stevenson in the dog bowls, I want to say. I hope so, at least. Yeah, 5 out of our 14 drafts, we have Stevenson in like the last round. I'll take it. We also took Stevenson on Monday when the lines dropped. 60, 59.5 rushing over. He popped up to like 64.5, then it dropped a little bit. I don't know where it's at now. But that opening lines pick'em we made, all 5 players, positive movement. Swift opened at 38.5 rushing yards. I'm like, if this guy gets like 12 rushing attempts, which he should, even though it's Houston, like he should. He has to average like 3.2 yards per carry. Like this bet seems like a free square almost, but who knows? Obviously, game script, they can get behind, but he still should get his touches to help the rookie QB. It was weird. He popped up to 44.5 the next day. So that's balancing out a little bit. Mark Andrews goes, likely goes. I feel like a coward. Like I have some Mark Andrews. I have a little bit of likely as well, but I feel like a coward that I can't make a decision on who it's going to be for the following week. Who do you guys have? Mark Andrews or likely next week? 'Cause obviously with the game script, they needed Mark Andrews a little bit more to help block. I got to start playing pick'ems. I would suggest like Monday, I believe is when I made that pick'em. Whenever the lines drop, that's when you can get positive movement. I don't love making pick'ems on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those lines are really well balanced out at that point. I like the Colby click here in the 5th round. He probably, yeah, that seems really nice. Is Staffy still on the board? That's crazy. Gonna get a free Staffy coming back to him too with the double stack. That's sick. That's another bonus to going first. Is I've seen it so many times. Like Staffy just falls all the way to 72. That's my issue. I do them Sunday morning. Yeah, the lines are so sharp by Sunday. Tuesday morning, you can find great pick'em lines. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I figured someone was gonna find me out. Andrews, but my best ball bags cloud my judgment. ETN going super late because he fumbled on a goal line carry. Or red zone carry, I should say. If he gets in, he probably goes another round or two earlier. Like he probably, in my opinion, should go before David Montgomery, but may or may not be popular opinion. We get Bake. These teams already have a QB. He doesn't. They already have a tight end, though. So I get my tight end for free. I like the Shoon. I will say I like the Shoon. If Pat Fry was there, we would have probably gone Justin Fields and Pat Fry. Which feels like a kick in the balls. Because that feels a lot better. But Baker Mayfield basically QB2 on the slate last week. QB2. +3 for Dog Bowl. If you guys want to jump in the next room with me. This is going to be my first share of Shoon. Ooh. Or do we go Cade for the double? It's just Cade Otton. My take all season long why I wasn't drafting Cade Otton. Like, you're going to get a lot of snaps out of Cade, which is a good thing. Right? You're going to get a lot of snaps. But I want points. And where I made a heavy bet on Jalen McMillan in the big board as a top 3 owned receiver, and then in Bestball Mania, excuse me, someone has to suffer, right? And in an offense where, I'm sorry, it's still Bake. He looked good though. He looked good. But Godwin back in the slot is going to hurt Cade Otton. It's like all the signs kind of pointed to Cade Otton not being heavily involved, even though he's going to be on the field a lot. He'll have his weeks, but there's plenty of time for it to burn me, but I'm just basically repeating our thought process. We'll see if it works out or not. Okay, we get pick 4 here in this Dog Bowl. We get at least the front of the board. Yeah, you're going to give us Brees at 4. I'm just going to take Brees at 4. I will say, again, I want to be drafting running backs in the last round. I want to be drafting running backs in the 5th round. So not leaving the first round with an elite receiver does seem weak. Dude, the Italians talk too much. We don't even have time to drink. We need some more toasts. I'll send it over. This is a great beer. I mean, it's not going to be in your local supermarket, that's for sure. But this is a great beer. I've showed off the can before. I have no bias. This beer tastes like Atlanta Tears. The Wicked Pissa. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So we'll see how this team turns out. Let's see pick 21, 28. We're hoping to get a receiver that we like that falls back to us. I see one. Basically one that we have a chance of getting. Do a neighbor's dime stack. You know what? Let me peek. I believe I already have one. And one is all I want. One's all I want. Let's see. Oh, if it happened, it would have happened early. It would have happened early. I can just do a search. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It must have been. Maybe it was last week. It was last week. That's what it was. Dude, Daniel Jones looked rough. He looked like he did in training camp, which I guess it shouldn't be too surprising. Like, if you're doing bad in training camp against your own guys, like in New York, probably not a good sign, especially like last year when even Darren Waller was looking good. That defense makes everyone look good. So a little concerning. We'll see. We also expected him not to have this huge rushing upside role early in the season where he did suffer the neck injury. He suffered the knee injury. So it's not too surprising. I think there's better options late than Daniel Jones. If we end up with neighbors, we could trickle it in, but fuck. Dude, it won Nez a dog bowl ticket last year, and like Daniel Jones flopped. He flopped last year. Josh Schoon, 3 catches, 14 yards, 2 touchdowns a week, but that'll be enough. Brings him down to Dallas. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I will. Literally will. Drinking a pumpkin ale. Damn, B. Damn. See, this is the constant battle I try to do every year. Big pumpkin guy. Like, simple. I'm simple. I like pumpkin. Give me pumpkin. But I have to put it off as close to October as possible. Otherwise, I'll be sick of it. I get sick of it in like 2 weeks. Get like pumpkined out. The girls buying pumpkin shit. Like, I'm drinking pumpkin shit. You get sick of it. So, yeah. I do the pumpkin beers. I don't do the rims, but I do the pumpkin beers. Jordan Mason off at 18. Lee's in this. Hey, Chad's here. We got Chris G in here. He's a ticket winner. We got to get Chris and Chad on the show. We want to talk about good fucking content. Don't ask me what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know. What percent chance is there that we get Worthy back to us and he just doesn't go this next pick? Like, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like, if there's a 2% chance that I get Worthy back to me, which there has to be higher, right? It has to be a little higher. I would do this. So we're probably up to 10%. Probably up to 10%. Ooh, maybe like 18% chance we get Worthy now. Well, 18 action. Ooh, like fucking 0. Oh shit, 0. Man, with 2 picks left, there's probably a 35-40% chance. 35%. And then the badgeless got us. Smart. He's too sharp. Scary Terry JD stack could be Flames. Guess what? We were praying for Ayuk, and we get Ayuk as our wide receiver 1. Still, in my opinion, going way too late. If this guy just catches the touchdown, he goes in the middle of the second round this week. Like, that's not right. That's not right, especially when he catches that 8 out of 10 times. We'll take Ayuk. Goes way too late. I'd camp out for it if I needed to. However, it tastes a lot better when it doesn't still feel like summer. I agree. And this is part of the reason why I have to push off the pumpkin beer drinking until as close to October as possible. It tastes better when it's cold out. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know where the correlation is, but Why isn't the tool here? Just hit a little refresh action. Here we go. We'll upload the hacks real quick. We'll upload the hacks. All right. Now, I don't believe I have this combination, but just to check, Mahomes and Breece Hall. Honestly, those two probably unique for us in the dog bowl. Yeah, in the dog bowl, those are unique because both players fell. Sure, Breece Hall only fell 1 pick, but Mahomes fell 6. It would have been sick if we got Worthy. Fuck. It would have been sick. Worthy's getting quite the run out too with the... What's the updated news? I saw a headline like Hollywood might be out for the rest of the year. Is that still like holding strong? Hollywood Brown. Oh God, Jesse Morris, not a fantasy doctor. All right, let's have a look. No. Wait. It has not healed as expected, and he's undergoing surgery next week in Colorado. This is a pretty rare surgery, and while there aren't clear timelines to return to play, here, I'll put it up here so you boys can read. I expect him to miss the rest of the season at least 2 months. All right, I don't like victory lapping on injuries. I don't do it. He wasn't going to hit anyways, boys. I'm sorry. He wasn't going to hit anyways. Dude, I go to his post just to read the comments. Like, the comments are the funniest part. I'm pretty sure he's from Worcester, Massachusetts. There's an R in there. You would never be able to spell it. Worcester, Massachusetts. Also, I am from Central Mass, so I know the type. I know the type. It's a goated comment section, 100%. 100%. Feel like the Titans could go off. A Titans wide receiver could go off. Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna get an uptick from the coach of DeAndre Hopkins snaps. If you're gonna pick one, I'm still gonna be Ridley, where DeAndre Hopkins missed a good amount of time in camp. Oh shit. The basketball, was this the championship? Was this like Celtics? Is that the game? Or is it one of the Kansas City? I don't remember. I do have one Mahomes, Breece, Kelsey. Chad, you're fired. You're fired. Oh God, the pick swap on K-Walk is so strong though. It's so strong. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why are we looking at so many good players in this spot? I don't have a ton of Dobbins. Against Carolina, I mean, I want to draft running backs in the last round, but fuck, like Dobbins falling back to us there. Okay. One of these two. And then I think there's a pretty good fall off at tight end. It could be like anyone. Like, if you want to project Juwan Johnson gets more than 35% of snaps this week, I'm totally cool with the Juwan Johnson click. Lad McConkey should get a fucking huge boost. So that's where I'm between, like, do I go J.K. Dobbins there, or do we wait for Lad in this spot and go an elite tight end? So we'll see what happens. If we get Colby back to us, we're pretty happy. If Colby goes off the board, yeah, they both go off. We probably should have gone one of those tight ends and played this one through Lad, who should be getting a bump because there's no one on the team. If Palmer misses this week, Lad gets a big bump. Dobbins, bro. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Ooh, my God. Brian Robinson Jr. there? Fuck. Scrolling down. I don't even know what to think of it. It's so sharp. I don't even know. It's so sharp it might not be sharp at all. Calvin Ridley against the Jets. Oh shit. This week I'm probably ignoring those guys. Amari Cooper. Are we so quick to give up on Amari Cooper? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. The 9 targets, if we're trying to pull positives here, the 9 targets is nice. What's going on with Judy? Anything? The other thing is Njoku's hurt. The offense does get a little more condensed. Not that Amari Cooper needs that. So does that even help him? Or is that like, does it cancel out? If anything, it probably cancels out. I like Dobbins more than Ladd. I agree. Ben, have a good one, bro. Appreciate you showing up, man. Always. Always. T-Law, Dak off the board. Jordan Atkins. How many teams need a tight end? None. None behind us. I thought there was one. No one behind us needs a tight end. Sick. Favorite scroll on the week, boys. Let's hear it. Let's hear it in the comments. Hayden Hurst. Again, more condensed offense if Palmer doesn't play. Doesn't practice Friday. DJ Shark doo-doo-doo. Oh, Ben left too soon. Ben left way too soon. Noah Fant against tight ends. New England's pretty strong. We got Kyle Duggar, who's pretty fucking strong. So I want to avoid Noah Fant. Could he sneak into the end zone? Sure, but sort of is what it is. Oh, fucking Pat Fry. Are we going to get a free Pat Fry click? One sec. Are we going to get a free Pat Fry? I'll take a free Pat Fry. We're not super high owned on him. Let me see in Dog Bowl specifically how much Pat Fry we have. We have him on one team with K-Walk, Mike Evans, Debo, Worthy, Pat Fry, and Purdy. I like that team. For a 3 wide receiver team, I like that. This Worthy must have fell. Pick 38. Where did we try to get him tonight? we just wanted him at 28. Yeah, I got him at 38 the other day. Those early ADPs, man. These rooms are tough. Tucker Kraft, YOLO. So like I liked it. I liked the good shout. And then you said YOLO. And like that scares me. That reminds me of like people that like cliff dive and shit. Like if you just left it at like Tucker Kraft, I would be like, bet, I got you. But they said YOLO. We went Shun last draft. I only have that one share. He's not completely like, he doesn't go undrafted every time. Ladd in the last round, huh? I like the McMillan pick. I think that's fucking super sharp. Someone that played the most snaps of all receivers. Huh. I have one Pat Fry share, so it doesn't matter. Let's go, Shun. Reason being, we do think they're going to play this game through the ground in Pittsburgh. It's Justin Fields, most likely. He likes the tight end. Like Cole Kmet had two touchdown games last year, two the year prior, so he does like his tight ends. But if they play through the ground, this game's going to be way higher scoring, especially on Dallas's standpoint. So to grab a Dallas piece and sort of leverage some of those elite pieces there feels pretty good. Let's do one more dog bowl. These are too much fun, man. These are too much fun. I'm trying to get in the live final. Parkinson or Demarcus Robinson? If you're saying who's going to score the most points straight, I'd say Demarcus Robinson. Disley over Hurst. Yeah, I mean both aren't great. Yo, Nez in these streets. Pass cup to the 3, bro. Oh man, we're entering. So we have how many drafts? This is like dog bowl number like 19 or 18, whatever it is. We have 0 Cooper Cup. 0. When we did our first Monday night stream when dog bowl dropped, we did 6 dog bowls and we got pick 6 or later every single time. That continued into the night off stream, and then I was 1 for 12 in the top 6, and it was like pick 4 or something. So for dog bowls, my ownership of these early wide receivers, Lamb and Cup, I think I have 1 Lamb share. I was CMC. I was CMC over Cup on Monday before the game started, before we knew that he wasn't going to play. We're going to go Amon-Ra here. We have 2 Breece Hall shares. We have no Amon-Ra. What's up, baby? Man, that one spot looks nice on you. That one spot looks nice on you. 16% Baker Mayfield is starting to feel good. Good for you, Tommy. Good for you. I was not man enough to draft that much Baker Mayfield this year. Maybe some of that comes down to 9% Evans. My Godwin exposure was over, I want to say it was around 10%, but it wasn't leading me to a ton of Baker Mayfield. In the 800 drafts we did this offseason, or 820. Nez, we just put up a big update on the website where you can upload your CSV. Here, I'll show you, because I know you'll appreciate this. So now when you go to website, it'll look like this. You go to Portfolio Optimizer Battle Royale, analyze, update your CSV, and it's going to show you, well, your total amount money-wise. It's going to give you your draft type distribution. So like how many times you go in 2 RBs versus 3 wide receivers, what you're doing in that flex spot basically in Battle Royales. And we have the data. We know you want to be heavier on the 2 RBs. Your position distribution by round, where you're drafting each position, and your ownership percent, as well as gives you your top exposures. And this all dynamically updates with whatever contest you're drafting. It's just Josh crushed it. Bestballoverlay.com, promo code Pounders. Grab the edge now. A lot of sharp people are signing up. It's usually a good sign. And not that many cancellations. Like extremely low. Extremely low. So congrats to Josh. He just keeps crushing it. It's insane. Surprises me every day. 22% Bryce Young. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. 7% of those have Tua. That's probably a good thing, I would think. Because Tua's going to hurt anyways. Bryce Young, if he doesn't recover, it doesn't look great anyways. So at least like combine those teams that if you're going to lose, like you really want to lose. That means you probably have like Deontay Johnson on those teams. Like Hill's going to suffer. So like we end up with 4% Hill in BBM 5 through 150 drafts. And like, I didn't want to have 4% Hill. I wanted to be higher. But now it's like a lucky thing. 7% CMC, 7% Lamb. We ran really cold with the top 3 draft positions. I mean to laugh. Josh is just, I mean it. 15% CMC for leverage, apparently. Oh, shit. So Mahomes goes at 7 here. And we got Mahomes at 27 last draft. The badgeless are out here committing crimes. Coop in the 12 with Jonathan Taylor and Garrett Wilson. The elite tight ends going off a little earlier than on Monday. They were typically going, their ADP was like 27 to 25. So the one spot was grabbing one of Trey McBride and Laporta quite often. Honestly, Ayuk should probably go off here. Like his ADP should be 10 picks higher. I think this is actually sharp as fuck. Sharp as fuck. Now, when choosing between these two, I probably want to go A-Rich. Downs is still questionable. Despite full practice. And let's see what Nez does with his double tapperooski. 20% CMC, dude. My God. Yeah, I tweeted out today, and it does remind me a lot of the Kadarius Toney situation, where you're getting Kadarius Toney to talk to the media and say, like, I'm healthy. Like, I can play. I'm good. I'm ready to play. Like, I'm healthy. And then you have the team saying, like, yeah, they're going on the IR. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? Like, which one is it? Just curious. With Kittle. I don't think I'm going to have a lot of this. Let's go Kittle here. Let's grab an elite. The drop off here for a ceiling standpoint, I guess we can't shit on likely ceiling anymore, but I want to see it a couple times. I want to see it again. Kittle with a Monra. Let's see if we have. Holy shit. No. I said remove player by accident. Okay. I was going to say. Okay. A Monra, Kittle, A-Rich. We went Stevenson with pick 54. And it's sick. You can see the date you drafted it. You can see the pick number. We went Michael Pittman with this one. With our last pick. Holy crap. Dude, Michael Pittman was going undrafted in that draft. We got him at 67. I'm surprised. So this is exactly why I should have been plugging these guys in. Maybe I get different with this pick. But like, you don't want to dupe yourself, especially you don't want to dupe yourself. So that's exactly a big benefit of the tool. $20 a month. Completely worth it. Who are we hoping that comes back to us? This is how the RBs look. Is Walker? Now he's doubtful. Wow. Now he's doubtful. Damn. That's crazy. So many injuries week 1. Holy crap. All right, so now you're getting worthy to fall. These RBs are moving up. Stevenson at pick 31. This dude just keeps moving up. So now we're testing the theory of we're grabbing an elite receiver in round 1. We are grabbing an elite QB, an elite tight end, and we're going to go RB later. And this seems the strongest, in my opinion. Mark Andrews off at 36. Yeah, I don't think Rome's going to play. Don't expect Keenan to play either. They're not on the slate. So it doesn't matter for dog bulls. We're going to turn off tight end and QB. This is what we're looking at. B-Rob, man. Is he really? He's really that guy this week, huh? A lot of people liking B-Rob. It's good leverage off of Daniel Jones, but 35 for Daniel Jones is also nice. On this side of the board, he should get a free Terry McLaurin at 59 if he wants him. I don't think you absolutely have to stack him, but man, is Terry just in it for like another rough year? He's never finished as a fantasy football wide receiver 1. Like not 1 overall, but like top 12. It's a tough first week. The rookie gets there. Daniel sneaks in the end zone, what, twice on the ground? 2 rushing tutties and 88 yards. Oh, shit. 0 passing touchdowns. They get rid of Dotson. It's like Zach Ertz, Luke McCaffrey, and Terry McLaurin. Here we go. So, yeah, maybe that's a selling point for B-Rob. But that goal line stuff's tough. Dude, Worthy at 43. God damn, bro. Jay Strez, man. Jay Strez. Got the spoon out. Holy shite. Dude's got the big spoon out. Olave off. This is what we're looking at for RBs. Okay. This is what we're looking at for receivers. Amari Cooper goes. Okay. I think we want to grab our RB. We don't expect White to have a big day on the ground. However, you're hoping for it through the air. And we have this mini super high total game, dome game. Let's bet on it. Let me just make sure I'm not duping that team again. Anthony Richardson with Amon-Ra and Kittle. I love how these update as you go, too. Okay, we had Godwin. We had Stevenson. Okay, so we're different. We got a little diff. I don't mind going Pittman here. If we don't go Pittman, it's probably Ladd. George Pickens is going to be in for it this week with Surtain. You could add these guys to the list, but this is where I feel comfortable. Let's go with the game stack. Let's go with Michael Pittman. Not game stack. Let's go with the team stack. Let's see what comes back to us at pick fucking 70. Jesus. Duke, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. Says, I think the Bucks have an undervalued offense for the production and true value outputs. Dude, Baker looked good. You got to give it to him. And you got to tip your hat. Like, is he Matthew Stafford, right? Like, I think he's still like a step below, a little below Matthew Stafford. Like, if we were to redraft what we did, he would probably go a little earlier, but it wouldn't be like ridiculous. Like, we're not expecting his output from week 1 every single week, like 4 tutties on 30 attempts. He was very efficient against a very bad defense. Let's hold off a little bit on Bakey Bake. I think he comes back down to earth. That being said, Mike Evans torched Detroit last year. 12 targets, 8 catches, 147 yards, and a tutty. Torched Detroit. And guess who he has this week? Duke got suspended? I didn't know that. Got my Underdog account back. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. It must feel good to be back. Yeah, Jay with the GM. Get out of here, man. You should have. Oh, God. We were so close. Dude, Worthy off at 43 is nice. We'll give it to you. And Ayuk went off at 21 here. In that last draft where I wanted Worthy because I had Mahomes at pick like 21, we wanted Worthy at 28. Instead, we get Ayuk. And Worthy goes to 26. It's like, why couldn't that be the room that Worthy falls? And that's what's tough is like you can't always build the team you want when you're drafting teams against human beings that are so difficult. It's so difficult. All right, we get the running back of our choice. We're just going to be simpletons and go probably ETN. We're just going to be simpletons. But any of these three, seems like a very strong click for the last round instead of having to click a receiver. Like, look at the difference. Reed, Thomas, AD, Wandale, Cooks, DeMarcus Robinson. Tell me from a strategy standpoint, like, on average, who's going to score more points? One of those guys or ETN, Najee Harris, Pollard? I don't think I have that much ETN in Dog Bowl this week. Yeah, I only have one share. It's with Stevenson. It's actually with an A-Rich Pittman combo. And Kittle. I have a ton of Najee, though, too. Actually, I only have 2 shares. With Stevenson, with Amon-Ra. Okay, so it's not going to matter. Let's go ETN. Pick 70 ETN. Still a different combo, but I like some of the teams we drafted earlier. These teams seem a little tougher. I like that draft, though. That draft felt a lot better than the previous one. Let's see what our highest total is. I see an 81. An 81 here. Goff, Stevenson, Najee. Stevenson at pick 50. Najee at 71 against Denver. Lamb, Ayuk, Laporta. That seems strong. A-Rich, White, ETN, Amon-Ra, Pittman. We just drafted this team. So, like, I was going to say, like, this one seemed better. Yeah, that's a high total. Oh, we just drafted this one, too. It's like they were both pretty good. This one, Mahomes needs to spread the ball. Like, it can't all go to Rice. One of their guys basically can't have a huge game, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, because they'll be optimal. They'll be an optimal stack with Mahomes. Or maybe one off. Burrow, Chase, Wilson, Kittle, Ford, and Kamara. A lot of two RB builds, though, and that's sort of the typical that you want to be doing in these contests per the data. And it's not something you want to do 100% of the time, but I wouldn't mind if this was 75-25 or even 70-30, but I wouldn't be going like 50-50. I'd want to make sure that my portfolio was closer to 60-40 plus of 2 RBs versus hitting wide receiver in the flex. So it is nice to just upload it real quick and see where you're at with your drafts. But all right, boys, that's going to do it for tonight. Appreciate y'all coming out. We had 100 people on the live stream watching Battle Royale content. Is just fabulous. If you guys enjoyed the content, before you leave, go down, slap the like on the way out, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Pounders.